Welcome to Discourses by Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj, Gondavalekar. Today, we explore the March 9th discourse titled, Moral Controls Are Necessary for Social Stability, where we reflect on the importance of upholding moral boundaries and social harmony as the foundation of a stable and fulfilling life. At a conference of thieves, some practitioners of the art proposed that people should be robbed without purposely hurting them, as far as possible, while others expressed the opinion that they must earn the loot and must therefore thrash the victims. Be that as it may, all were unanimous about robbing others. That, however, is hardly different from what many people think and do in life. One section says we must approach prapancha with a pragmatic outlook. Another contradicts this and advocates doing prapancha with adequate discretion, while yet another pleads for a proper degree of self-interest while doing it. None, however, thinks of God as the basis and the goal. All agree that prapancha is indispensable, whether with God alongside or without him. In other words, everybody takes prapancha as substantive, and God as an accessory of doubtful necessity, utility, or even superstition. At best, God is treated as a dispensable adjunct. Consider this comparison. An inebriated drunkard was raving, singing a song all out of tune. Another, equally drunk, came along and hearing the first, upbraided him, "What a horrid ditty and what a wry tunes! Let me show you what and how to sing." And after a while, the first drunkard similarly scolded the second. Similarly, those steeped in prapancha start making wild, illogical assertions and enter into wrangles with each other over the very thing they cannot transcend. Those who clamor against social restrictions cannot be called sane, for no society can subsist without such restrictions. Except in cases of gross maltreatment, being a subordinate may be no less pleasant than being the boss. Indeed, being a boss often involves trouble, responsibility, and anxiety, which a subordinate may be spared. In worldly dealings, we should have only enough shrewdness to save ourselves from being duped by others' cunningness. However, we must not be wily, nor should we deceive or mislead others. The majority of the people I came across in life belonged to the ordinary, average type. I found them good to live with and deal with. They are average in all respects, average in their sin and in their virtue, and even in their urge for the quest of God. One who has enough to maintain himself and his family at a reasonable standard of life and to maintain a moral standard may consider himself rich enough. Personal reflection. The Weaver and the Wise Judge. In a peaceful village there lived a skilled weaver who was respected for his fine craftsmanship. One day, while working in his shop, the weaver discovered a sack of gold coins hidden under a pile of old clothes. The sack clearly didn't belong to him, so he decided to leave it untouched and wait for the owner to come forward. Soon enough, a wealthy merchant arrived in the village claiming he had lost a bag of gold coins. The weaver, being an honest man, handed over the sack to the merchant. Surprisingly, instead of thanking the weaver, the merchant accused him of stealing some of the gold. He claimed there were fewer coins than before. The dispute reached the village court, where a wise judge presided. After listening to both sides, the judge reflected on the situation. He knew the stability of the village depended on trust, honesty, and fairness, moral controls essential for any thriving community. To resolve the matter, the judge devised a clever test. He asked the merchant to describe the details of the sack and the exact number of coins it contained. The merchant, caught in his lie, could not provide the correct details. The judge then declared the weaver innocent and praised his honesty, reminding everyone in the village that trust and integrity were the foundations of a stable society. The incident left a lasting impression on the villagers, reinforcing the importance of moral behavior, honesty, and fairness in maintaining peace and harmony. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of moral controls are necessary for social stability. Let us remember that social harmony is built on the foundation of moral restraint, honesty, and the recognition of God as our ultimate guide. By upholding these values, we contribute to a society that is stable, peaceful, and spiritually connected. May Nama bring you peace, contentment, and divine connection in your journey.